Hey there, we're ready to do lesson 4.1 and 4.2, multiples of 10, 100, 1000, and rounding to estimate products. So here we go. We're going to skip over this problem of the day because we're going to do that in person. All right, let's review. 6 times 4 is 24. Good. So now 6 times 40, notice there's multiplying by a digit in the tens place now because 40 is in the tens. So that would be 240. Notice I took this 1 0 and I put it on the end. So what do you think I'm going to do for these next ones? 6 times 400. Well, 6 times 4 is 24, but I multiplied not by 4, by 400. So I need to add those zeros for my 100 at the end. So 6 times 400 is 2400 or 2400 if you put the comma in. How about 60 times 40? Well, 6 times 4 is 24. And I need to put these 2 zeros on the end because I'm multiplying both by digits in the tens place. And how about 600 times 40? 26 times 4 is 24. And I have 1, 2, 3 zeros that I need to add at the end. Are you noticing this pattern? That when you multiply by a number in the tens, hundreds, or thousands place, you're really putting those zeros on the end. And that's the pattern. All right. Let's review. 7 times 800. Well, 7 times 8 is 5, 6, 7, 8, 56. And then we have 2 zeros because it's in the hundreds place. So we're going to put those 2 zeros on the end. Great. How about this one? 9 times 6,000. Well, 9 times 6 is 54. So 54. Whoa, that's a weird looking 5. 54. And then I have 3 zeros because I'm multiplying by a number in the thousands place. So I'm going to place those 3 zeros at the end. 1, 2, 3, comma. All right, let's try another one. 800 times 6. So 6 times 8 is 48. And then it's in the hundreds place. So I'm going to place those 2 zeros at the end. Are you getting it? How about this one? Whoa. Whoa. 7 times 60,000. Well, 7 times 6 is 42. And then it's not 6, it's 60,000. So I need 4 zeros. 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, comma. Great. All right. Whoa, I need to get rid of all that. All right. What is the purpose of estimation, friends? Why do we estimate? Well, we estimate so we can get an answer that's not exactly, but close. So we only need a close answer. We don't need an exact. All right, so let's review this. Round to the greatest place value. Remember, this is review. We've rounded before. Greatest place value here is the thousands. So I underline that digit. I look to the right. The 4 is a little number, so the 7's going to stay. So rounded to the greatest place value, this number becomes 7,000. Do you remember this? All right, let's try to find my mouse. Oh, there it is. Let's try. Oh, hold on. Remember my rounded number was 7,000. Is the actual number greater than, so is this number, this was the actual number, and my rounded number was 7,000. So is the actual number greater than or less than this is supposed to be estimated. I made a mistake. Is the estimated number greater than or less than the original number? So this is my original number. My estimated number is less than the original number. Great. Great. I wonder if I made that mistake on all these slides. I'll have to go back and fix it. All right, round to the greatest place value. This is a we do, so let's do it together. You have your whiteboard out. If you don't, pause the video, go get your whiteboard, and hit play when you're ready. All right, so we're going to round to the greatest place value. So the greatest place value here is the 10,000s. And we look to the right, next door to it is a 1, which is a little number. So it's going to leave the 2 alone, and everything else, remember, becomes a 0. So we have 20,000. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So does that make sense that 21,250 would round to 20,000? Yeah, that's a close estimate. So now I want to ask you, is the estimated number greater than or less than the original number? It's less than, you're right. 20,000 is less than 21,000. You got it. 250.
Jeff, could you call the office, please? Jeff, call the office.
All right. Here's a we do. Let's do this one together. All right. Round to the greatest place value. Well, our largest place value, our greatest place value is the 10,000s. So we look to the right. Oh, that's a 5. Remember, 5 is a strong, powerful number. So it looks at the 8 and it goes, hi-ya! And the 8 goes, whoo! And it pops up 1. So this becomes a 9. And everything else, 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 4 zeros, remember? So then you're going to think to yourself, does this make sense that 85,419 would round to 90,000? Yeah, that makes sense. 1, 2, 3, comma. Let's not forget our comma. Now, is the estimated number greater than or less than my original number? Well, because we rounded up, the estimate is greater than the original number. Does that make sense? Yeah, great. Good job. All right. It's your turn. You go ahead and give this one a try. Hit pause. Hit pause. Come back and see if you got it right. All right, let's see if you got this one right. So, round to the greatest place value. The 7 in the 100,000s place is the greatest. We look to the right. Up 2 is a little number, so it's going to leave the 7 alone. All of these become zeros. So 7, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, comma. And I'm going to ask you the same question I've been asking you. Is the estimated number greater than or less than the original number? Well, because we rounded down, it's less than. Did you figure that one out? All right. Let's go on to, wait, I think I missed a slide. Oh, nope. Estimate, then solve. Okay, here's an idea. I'm going to show you how to do this. Today's lesson, we're going to estimate, then solve the answer. So first of all, we're not going to estimate this digit here in the ones place. That's only a 1. We're not going to round that up to 10. Even though I know you're thinking, well, 6 would round to 10. We're not going to estimate that single digit number for today's lesson, okay? We're going to estimate this number. So if it doesn't tell us where to round to, what should we do? Yes, round to the greatest place value. So our greatest place value here is the 100. We look to the right. It's a 3. And 3 is a little number, so it's going to leave the 8 alone. So this is going to round to 800. Now stop and ask yourself, does it make sense that 839 would round to 800? Yes. The reason I want you to stop and ask yourself that is because if you put something like 839 rounds to 8,000, you should be going, oh, hold on, that doesn't make sense. So always double check your estimation. Now I'm going to do 800 times 6. Well, I know that 8 times 6 is the same as 6 times 8. And 6 times 8 is 48. And then I need to put, it's in the hundreds place, so I'm going to put my 2 zeros here on the end. So the estimate answer is 839 times 6 is close to 4,800. Okay, you ready for a we do? Let's do one together. So get your whiteboard ready. Here we go. We're going to do this one together. So it doesn't tell us where to round. Remember, we're going to leave this one alone, and we're going to round this number. So the greatest place value is the hundreds. We look to the right. Oh, it's a 5. The 5 is a strong, big number. It's going to go to the 4 and go, hi-ya! And the 4 goes, whoop! And it pops up 1, remember? So 500. And that makes sense, right? 452 is close to 500. Right. And let's multiply that by 7 equals, well, 5 times 7 is 35. Good. And but it's not a 5, it's 500. So we need to add those zeros for the 100. So our answer here, 452 times 7 is close to 3,500. Now I'm going to ask you the same question I've been asking you, friends. Is our estimated answer greater than or less than what the original answer would have been? And some of you are going to say, well, I don't know. We didn't solve the original answer. But you do know, because we rounded 452 up this estimated answer is going to be larger than if we had just multiplied 452 times 7. Does that make sense? That 500 times 7 will give you a larger answer than 452 times 7. So the answer is this estimated number is actually greater than what the actual product would be, but we don't need to find the actual product. Okay. Now I'm going to give you a we do, an I do, an I do. This is a you do, not an I do, a you do. You do. So you're going to do this one by yourself. So estimate, then solve. Go ahead and do this. Hit pause right now and come back. Okay. So let's see if you got this one right. So 611 times 9. Well, we're going to round to the greatest place value, and we're going to leave the 9 alone. Remember, for this lesson, we're not going to round that number, just this one. 6, we're going to round it. Oh, 611 is pretty close to 600, right? So 600 times 9, and remember that I rounded down. That's important. 600 times 9, well, 6 times 9 is 54. And then but it was 600, so I need to put those placeholders so it's in the hundreds. So 5,400 or 5,400. Now, is this estimated answer greater than or less than what the actual answer would have been? You're right, it's less than because we rounded down. Great job. Great job, friends. All right, take out your math book. We're on page 204. Oh, this is super blurry. But open up your math book to page 204. Hit pause, hit play again when you're ready to roll. All right, friends, here we go. Estimate, round to the greatest place value. Circle whether the estimate is greater than or less than the actual product. Okay, so 9 times, see how they don't want you to round that? 870. Well, 870 is close to 900. But we could have underlined, looked to the right. 7 is a big number, so it rounds up. Remember, it's important that it rounded up. It's important to remember that. So 8 times 9 is, or 9 times 9, let's see, 9 times 9 is 81. 81. 81, and then, but it's not 9 times 9, it's 9 times 900. So I need these placeholders to go over here. So 8,100 is our estimated product. And remember, because we rounded up, this product is going to be greater than the actual product. Okay, let's try number 2. So remember, they don't want us to round this single digit number. We're going to leave that alone. So 3,293, we're going to round to the greatest place value. Next to it is a 2, which is little. So the 3 will stay and everything else becomes a 0. So I need 3 zeros. And remember, it's important to keep in mind that I rounded down. Okay, so 3 times 3 is 9. And then I need 1, 2, 3 zeros because it's 3,000, not 3 times 3. And is this estimate greater than or less than the actual product? Yeah, it's less than because I rounded down. Okay, that's all for our lesson today, friends. Remember to go to Schoology, check to see what your assignment is, complete your assignment, and do your exit ticket. And then you can work on multiplication facts. Good job today, friends. Good work. I'll see you again real soon.